I'm Christian Yelich of the Milwaukee Brewers. Welcome to the Dick's Sporting Goods Pony League World Series. In 2006, I was where all you were, playing for Simi Valley, California, and leading off. Some of the best memories I have playing baseball are where you guys are today. I have a lot of great friends and was actually fortunate enough to play with somebody from the Puerto Rico team the year we were there in the big leagues, Alex Claudio. So you never know who you're going to play with down the road. It could be you guys one day, but enjoy the game, best of luck, and have a bunch of fun.
Good afternoon and welcome to Lou Hayes Pony Field in beautiful Washington, Pennsylvania. We're here for the opening game of the 2022 Dick's Sporting Goods Pony League World Series. I'm Joe Mercado, and thanks for joining us this afternoon and joining us for what should be 6 great days of baseball here in Washington County. As many as 19 games possibly to bring you in this double elimination tournament. And opening up today, Hagerstown, Maryland, the East Zone champions, taking on Bay County, Michigan, the North Zone champions. And both these teams know their way here. 15 appearances for both sides. Hagerstown making their 7th appearance in this tournament since 2000. Bay County, Michigan, the 2019 runner-up, and they are making their 10th consecutive appearance here at the tournament. To set the scene for our tournament opener, we'll send it upstairs to Lanny Fratteri and Kyle Wiggs.
Joe, thank you very much, and it is a beautiful day to open the 2022 Dick's Sporting Goods Pony League World Series, and underscoring what Joe said about this double elimination tournament. We're dealing with 13 and 14-year-old baseball players from all across the world.
Yeah, and Lanny, the international flavor to this event is back, and we've got 2 teams right off the bat that have such tremendous history with this tournament. The Hagerstown team, they go all the way back to the origins of the tournament, 1952, their first appearance at the Pony League World Series. And as Joe mentioned, Bay County, Michigan, 10 straight years. They know what this is all about. They're familiar with the surroundings, and who knows, maybe that'll help them a little bit this year.
All right, enough said. Let's get this party started. We'll have the introductions of the players in just a moment.
Oh yeah, been waiting for this one.
Jumpstart the season with a bit of fresh air. Whether you like to walk, run, hike, bike, or boat, you'll find that Washington County is connected by trails. Plan a day on one of the nation's outstanding rail trails with a trip on the Montour, Panhandle, or National Pike Trail. Grab a paddle and navigate the scenic Mon River and surrounding small-town charm. We'll see you at the trailhead. Plan your trip today at washcotrails.com.
Two games are lined up today on the opening day of the Dick's Sporting Goods Pony League World Series. Chinese Taipei and Puerto Rico are on deck. But the first game today, Bay County, Michigan taking on Hagerstown, Maryland. We send it upstairs for the introduction of our lineups with Bob Gregg.
Game one of the 2021 Dick's Sporting Goods Pony League World Series. Let's meet the two teams. First of all, the North Zone champions and the visitors in this game from Bay County, Michigan. Leading off and playing right field, number 10, Ben Briggs. Batting second and playing second base, number 13, Aiden Rivette. Batting third, the shortstop, number 3, Jackson Jenkins. Batting fourth, center fielder, number 2, Drew Goik. Batting fifth and playing left field, number 23, Jeffrey Hartman. Batting sixth, the catcher, number 9, Jack Letters. Batting seventh and playing third base, number 18, Aiden Richard. Batting eighth, the first baseman, number 21, Brody O'Laughlin. Batting ninth and pitching, number 34, Dawson Lavender. Number 5, Charlie Mays. Number 7, Brady Vrabel. Number 8, Grant Reeder. Number 11, Jackson Andreski. Number 12, Rylan Bray. Number 19, Andrew Schufelt. Coach Tom Debo. Coach Adam Kadanshewski. Manager Craig Rivette. North Zone champion, Bay County, Michigan. And now for the home team, the East Zone champions from Hagerstown, Maryland. Leading off, the center fielder, 00, Julius Rowe. Batting second and playing left field, number 13, Ben Sadazon. Batting third, the shortstop, number 3, Brooks Norris. Batting fourth and playing right field, number 6, Cooper Starkey. Batting fifth, the first baseman, number 8, Rylan Swartz. Batting sixth and pitching, number 10, Jackson Coulter. Batting seventh and playing third base, number 34, Landon Trumpauer. Batting eighth, the catcher, number 12, Bryce Davidson. Batting ninth and playing second base, number 7, Hunter Benedict. Number 2, J.J. Hull. Number 4, Sean Higgins. Number 22, Derek Norton. Number 26, Jackson Reiser. Number 42, Jaron Wade. Coach Aaron Stoner. Coach Scott Coulter. Manager Steve Berger, Hagerstown, Maryland. Umpiring at home plate, Ray Parker. At first base, Jeff Vrabel Sr. At second base, Jeff DeChellis. At third base, Dave Smolko. Decisions Committee, Lenny Lynch, Tom O'Connor, Terry Faust. At this time, we ask all that are able to please rise for the Pony Prayer and the national anthems. Gentlemen and boys, please remove your caps. Thank you to all veterans and active duty members of the United States Armed Forces for your service. We invite you to render a hand salute during the Star-Spangled Banner. Almighty God, help us to realize that we are gathered here to watch young people play baseball, not to second-guess strategy, dispute decisions, or question ability. That we are here to cheer, to encourage, to join in the fun that is baseball, not to jeer, discourage, or otherwise degrade the game. That while officials and players are expected to perform within the bounds of certain standards, we also, as spectators, are expected to conduct ourselves within the bounds of good sportsmanship. May this contest end without injury, without feelings of ill will, without disgrace, but as an activity worthy of thy blessing. Amen.
Washington, Pennsylvania at the 2022 Dick's Pony League World Series. Bay County, Michigan, and Hagerstown, Maryland set to kick things off next.
To everyone still crushing it when it's this hot. To those making it happen in the heat. And especially to those who have to wear long sleeves right now. We've got a Dunkin' Iced just for you.
Trib Live High School Sports Network is the official video and audio streaming partner of the WPIAL. We broadcast over 2,000 sporting events each year and cover 17 sports in over 170 schools. At HSSN, you'll find the latest in high school sports news, live and archive broadcasts, scores, standings, and much more. Trib Live High School Sports Network, your high school sports leader. All season, every season.
We've been in your community since 1808. We've stood by your side covering the news of the day. We've been here for the important times in your life. We've celebrated with you. We're proud to have delivered the latest in local, regional, and national news in Washington, Greene, and southern Allegheny counties. We'll be here for the next phase of your life with our print and online editions. The Observer Reporter, life delivered daily.
There's a place, far from the city, yet just down the road, where likes and shares mean more. It's in every bite, each performance, and every night, where the miles we ride together become the memories we share forever. We dream because they fought for it. We give because they worked for it. The American spirit lives here. I can feel it.
Hi, I'm Dylan Radigan. The world is brimming with possibilities. That keeps me busy. My latest invention may be able to feed and sustain communities around the world. My team and I are always on the go, meeting new people and seeing new places. I produce films that I really care about. It's an honor to speak to audiences around the world. When people come together, meaningful work gets done. How do I do all this? Well, that part's easy. Hotelplanner.com.
To everyone still crushing it when it's this hot. To those making it happen in the heat. And especially to those who have to wear long sleeves right now. We've got a Dunkin' Iced just for you.
I hope many of you have had the opportunity to experience pony baseball. 80 feet between the bases, 54 feet from the mound, from the rubber to home plate, and here at Lou Hayes Pony Field, 250 down the lines, 305 to center field, 385 to the power alleys, and we are blessed with a gorgeous Friday for the start of the 2022 Dick's Sporting Goods Pony League World Series, scheduled to culminate with the championship game Wednesday night. After all these teams battle to eliminate 10 down to 2. Great to have Kyle Wiggs alongside. Here's the Bay County batting order. Ben Briggs, Aiden Rivette, the coach's son, or the manager's son rather. Jackson Jenkins, Drew Goink, Jeffrey Hartman, Jack Wetters, Aiden Richard, Brody O'Loughlin, and Dawson Lavender. Let me see your watch there, partner. 5:45 Eastern. And the first pitch is lined down the right field line for Bay County. Craig Rivette is the manager. Defensively for Hagerstown, Sadison, and Rowe in center, Starkey in right. Swinging a foul tip, strike 2 on the infield. Trumpauer, Norris, Benedict, Schwartz, and Davidson. And Jackson Coulter on the mound. One ball, 2 strikes.
Coulter started him off, a couple of fastballs, went right at him. That second strike, a foul into the catcher's mitt. He misses high there with the breaking ball.
And right at the outset of the game, we get a Bay City roller for Bay County.
And what do you know? It's Saturday night.
Aiden Rivette. And for those of you that have followed Pony, you know that the name Rivette has been a part of Pony baseball for over 3 decades. Manager Craig Rivette, a son of Dan Rivette, who for so many years came into Washington County as the manager of the Bay County, Michigan baseball team. Runner going, called strike. Stolen base.
Great jump, head first slide. And you mentioned that Rivette family, Lanny, what a great story, 3 generations.
Let's throw the bit up the line.
Bag.
And the count, 1-1 strike. Bay County and Hagerstown, Maryland, the determination as to which team is the home team for a game. Ball bunted back to the screen, 1 and 2. The committee decides well in advance of where the home team designation should be on the bracket. And we know all the way across the bracket where the home teams will line up. The winner of this game will play Johnstown, Pennsylvania tomorrow at 6. And the loser of this game will take on the loser of the game to be played between Puerto Rico and the new Chinese Taipei, the second game of our doubleheader today. Strikeout, runner at second, 1 out. And Jackson Jenkins, swing and a miss. Just so happens that the 3 players in the top 3 spots of the batting order for Bay County, Briggs, Rivette, Jenkins, all played here last year, as did Dawson Lavender, the Bay County pitcher and number 9 batter. Ball got away, not too far away, but just far enough for Briggs to move over to third base. 1 out.
Good aggressive base running, got a nice read there. We saw him get a jump when he stole second. And as you mentioned, they didn't get too far away from Davidson, but the secondary lead, and he was off, beat the throw with a head first slide.
Infield continues to play back, even though there's a runner at third and 1 out. And they'll make it a runner at third and 2 outs now, as Calder has struck out a pair after giving up the game's leadoff single. Andrew Goik, center fielder. At the outset of our telecast, we also announced the umpires for you. This crew, they are all from the Buckeye State. Ray Parker, the home plate umpire, and Jeff DeChellis, the second base umpire from Poland, Ohio. Base hit to center, and we've got our first run of the 2022 Dick's Sporting Goods Pony League World Series. 1-0 Bay County.
Well, exactly what you want to do. Hit it hard right back up the middle. Past the pitcher into center field, and a key 2-out base hit. Bay County getting that runner on, moving him around, and then the cleanup hitter delivers with the 2-out RBI hit.
Now Jeffrey Hartman, 8 of the 9 Bay County hitters are right-handed batters. The exception being Brady O'Loughlin in the 8th spot of the order. I was telling you about the umpires. Jeff Brabo Sr., the umpire at first, is from Grove City, Ohio. And Dave Smolko, the umpire at third, is from the Ohio capital of Columbus.
Tonight's foul ball is yours to keep thanks to the Observer Reporter and the Pittsburgh Pirates.
Runner at first, 2 outs, 1-0 Bay County, Michigan. Greg Rivette, the manager of the team, coaches third. Tom Debo is the coach at first. And they hit batsman.
First inning extended here. That one catching Hartman right on the left hip. Another base runner, 2 hits, and the hit batter. And Bay County so far been pretty aggressive on the bases so far as well.
Batting 6th, Jack Wetters, the catcher. One hopper to Schwartz. And Bay County scores a run on 2 hits, 2 left on base. Bay County 1, and Hagerstown, Maryland coming to bat.
Sean likes to help his teams on the field, but elbow and shoulder pain kept him on the sidelines. Treatment from AHN had him feeling like himself in a couple days. Now he's back, pitching in wherever he's needed. Getting back in the game is living proof.
One more time.
Come on, one more.
One more. Riding stance.
Yeah!
2, 1.
One more, man.
Oh, man. All right, little bro.
Want more?
This Hagerstown batting order, there are 2 players playing from Hagerstown, Maryland, from Pennsylvania. Number 2 hitter Sadazan is from Chambersburg, and Davidson is from Greencastle, Pennsylvania. And 2 players in this batting order from Falling Water, West Virginia, Schwartz and Trumpauer rather. And Julius Rose will lead off against the right-hander Dawson Lavender. Mentioned during the top of the first that Lavender was here a year ago. Julius Rowe leads off. One nothing Bay County leads. 2 games today, 3 tomorrow, 3 on Sunday. 4 on Monday, 4 on Tuesday, maybe just 1 on Wednesday, the championship game. Hartman, Woik, Briggs in the outfield, Richard at third, Jenkins, Rivette at second, O'Loughlin the first baseman, and Wetters catching Dawson Lavender. Pitch up, Richard, the third baseman, was creeping in on that pitch. Possibility of a bunt. Pitch away. No. Not where the catcher wanted it, but And breaking ball into the zone, 2-2.
Good luck with that curveball so far. Both strikes have been on that breaking pitch.
In a row. First out of the bottom of the first inning.
Left fielder, number 13, Ben Sadazon.
Ben Sadazon made a step in at number 2 spot. Steve Berger, the head coach of Hagerstown, and coaching at third. And breaking ball again there, Kyle Wicks.
Yeah, that last one for strike 3 hung just a little bit, but he got away with it. This time, that's a beauty right on the outside part of the plate.
1-1. Scott Coulter is the coach at first. Aaron Stoner, the third member of the Hagerstown coaching staff. Base hit to center. 1-out single for Sadazon.
Steady diet of breaking pitches there to the number 2 hitter in the order, and that one he waited on and again hit it hard right up the middle.
And Brooks Norris to stand in with a runner at first and 1 out. 1-0. Bay County leads in what is scheduled to be a 7-inning ball game. Pony League World Series that has been around since the 50s. A team from Maryland has never won a Pony League World Series. And the count 2 balls, no strikes. Hagerstown representing the East Zone. The host team from Washington, Pennsylvania will play at 3:30 tomorrow against the team from London, United Kingdom. Throw gets away. And Sadazon slides into second base on the error.
Lavender, that first pitch to the plate to Norris, he had the base runner fooled a little bit. He was leaning back towards first. That time, trying to keep him close, threw it wide, and got a free base there on the air.
I was wondering to see if Sadazon might have had a chance to get the third on the play, but as you could see on the replay, he was running with his head down. That's a situation where the runner going from first to second needs to check that third base coach. And the count 3-1 on Norris. Greg Grabet's team has a 1-0 lead on the 2-out RBI single by Drew Goik. Kicks out into right field. That throw hit Sadazon, and he did not know where the ball was. Hit him in the helmet. The ball hit him in the helmet. And gets a check from second base umpire Jeff DeChellis.
Right on the back of the helmet. Certainly felt it, but you're right. It got so far away into right field, he had no idea where the ball was.
You know, it's only the first inning of a 6-day tournament, and yet those of us that have followed the game for a long time, we know that very often there are some things that go on in baseball that get lost. And if you spend some time dissecting plays and plays that are made and some that aren't. There's a ground ball to short, off the mark, and on an error, I think. Let's see what it is, a base hit. Infield single that moves Sadazon to third, first and third. And the shortstop Jenkins firing on the run, but firing off the mark. 1-0 Bay County, but here's Hagerstown, Maryland, set to answer in the bottom of the first inning with Cooper Starkey to stand in. Ball one. Throw to third. And back safely. Satterson, he's getting so much attention. Somebody, he tried to pick him off at first, tried to get him at second, tried to get him at third. One ball, one strike. From Williamsport, Maryland, Cooper Starkey. Strike 1 and 2.
Again, working the outside part there. That one unhittable down around the ankles, right on the outside corner.
And the count 2 and 2.
Went back to it again. That one just slightly off the mark.
Runner at third, Satterson. Coming down the line in foul territory, as he should. The count remains at 2 and 2. I was commenting a moment ago about the dissection of a baseball game in this first inning. Satterson could very well have gotten to third on the errant throw to first. Had that happened, he scores. Might have found himself scoring on the base hit by Norris, depending on the play of the infield. That is where it was set. Runner going. There'll be no throw, and Norris goes into second base standing up.
No throw with that runner at third, and a little bit surprised that they waited that deep into the pitch sequence to send that runner from first.
And the strikeout of Starkey. 2 down.
First baseman, number 8, Ryan Schwartz.
Raylan Schwartz steps in. A young man from Falling Water, West Virginia. Second and third, 2 outs, 1-0 Bay County, bottom of the first inning. Hit to center field. Satterson scores. Around third is Norris scoring, and it's 2-1 Hagerstown in the bottom of the first inning.
Another clutch 2-out hit. We saw it in the first inning when Bay County scored. Their number 4 hitter Goic got the base hit. And now with 2 outs, Schwartz delivers and puts Hagerstown in the lead for the first time.
And number 6 hitter Jackson Coulter, the Hagerstown pitcher. Strike 1. Bay County was here last year, but dropped out after just 2 games. Hagerstown was here in 2019 and lost its first 2 games and was quickly eliminated. 0-2 on Coulter. Lavender, runner going. Strike 3, inning is over. So even though Dawson Lavender strikes out 3 in the bottom of the first, Hagerstown gets 2 on 3 hits, 1 left on, and at the end of 1, Hagerstown 2, Bay County, Michigan 1.
George, we're all back in the office. You need to come back in too.
Yeah? No.
You can't even get your webcam right. You have to come back in.
Why should I? Washington Financial Bank's digital features make it even easier to bank anywhere.
Washington Financial Bank is adding more digital features. Log into live chats, mortgage pre-qualification, and easy access to many features via QR codes.
Are we done here? It's almost happy hour and the hot tub is calling.
People who come to Cricket stay with Cricket.
Little did we know that switching to Cricket was going to be a major upgrade. The 5G is like fast.
Switch for the speed, stay for the savings. Smile, you're on Cricket.
The Dick's Sporting Goods Pony League World Series is presented in part by Duncan, by Westbanco, by Allegheny Health Network, and by Slovenian Savings and Loan.
And we're joined by Tournament Chairman and Director of World Series Tournament Incorporated, Nathan Wojtek. Nathan, thanks for joining us. Big undertaking this tournament in terms of the volunteers and your staff. How many people are we talking approximately that put this tournament on?
Yeah, it's about a 6-week process, and we have over 100 volunteers. The grounds crew does the heavy lifting to turn the playing surface and make it ready for these talented young men to play.
10 teams. We've got the full field back for the first time since 2019. What does that mean to the tournament?
It means everything. It was a good tournament last year with the 8 teams, but the 10 teams, the international teams, that's what makes this event so special. The different flair and the style that those teams bring to this event is really what makes it a special event.
Thanks, Nathan. Enjoy the rest of the tournament.
Thank you very much.
Back upstairs.
All right, Joe, and Joe's going to be talking to the managers at some point during this ball game. Eden Richard ready to lead off for Bay County. Bay County now trailing 2-1 after 1. Bay County in 2019 was the runner-up, lost the championship game to Chinese Taipei. And the count 2-0 on Richard in the 7th spot of the order. And 3-0. Eight teams last year. One teams could not make the trip to Washington County, Pennsylvania. And no pony baseball in 2020 because of COVID-19. And a walk to Richard. 1 on. He'll bring up the only left-handed batter among the starting 18.
First walk issued by Coulter, but the second inning in a row that Bay County gets that leadoff man on base.
And ball 1, or strike 1 rather, on Brody O'Loughlin. Bunting and falls behind, no balls, 2 strikes. Pitcher Lavender on deck. One and 2. Chinese Taipei won this tournament in 2019, Brownsville, Texas. Last year, Chinese Taipei won in 2018, won in 2016, 2015. Covina, California won in 2017. And 2-2. And so Coulter, he was out in front 0-2 to the number 8 hitter. And it's now 3-2.
Missed high with each of these last 3 after getting ahead 0-2.
1 out. Third strikeout for Coulter.
It's a pitch he needed there. Walked the leadoff hitter. Got ahead of O'Loughlin. Nearly lost him, but he comes back to record the first out of the inning.
And pitcher Dawson Lavender. And ball 1. The state of Michigan has won 1 Pony League World Series championship. That was Hamtramck, Michigan in 1961. Loop to right. Caught. No. Out of the glove. Could have been a double play. And there are 2 on for Bay County, Michigan, 1 out.
Hard hit ball right at him. And you're right, Lanny, that runner, Richard, had taken off. So if you close the glove on that one, it's an easy throw to first and a double play. But it went from the light to the shade. And you have to wonder if that had some sort of impact on the way he saw that ball.
And Lavender slowed down a bit as he was approaching first base, assuming that he was going to be out. 2-1. Hagerstown, Maryland leads.
Well, he knew he hit it hard, but he was afraid he wasn't going to be rewarded there. You're right. He pulled up and the ball got away from Starkey. So the first 2 have reached here for Bay County.
Top of the batting order in Ben Briggs. Briggs singled and scored in the first. Swing and a miss, strike 1. First baseman Schwartz playing behind the runner at first. That is the traditional way to play this. First and second, 1 out. Oh, and 2. One of the major challenges for baseball players, and especially for 13 and 14-year-olds, to learn that when you're not in the batter's box, you're in the dugout, you have to pay attention and try to ascertain just what it is that the pitcher is doing. What's he throwing? How effectively? Where is he throwing? All of that knowledge of what's going on, even though you're not in the center of the spotlight. And there, Briggs down on strikes. 2 outs, 4 strikeouts now for Coulter.
Number 13, Aiden Rivette.
Coulter with a chance to get out of this now, kind of pitch around the error. And again, a good high fastball. He got Briggs to chase 1 out of the zone.
Two on. Richard, the runner at second, walked. Lavender reached on the error. 2-1. Hagerstown leads. Fastball that handcuffs Rivette. In the count 1-2. Craig Rivette, the manager, Aiden's dad. Craig Rivette, by the way, an athletic director at a middle school. Shot up the middle, base hit to center field. Richard around third, throw to the plate up the line. Throw to first now. Safe there. 2-2 ball game, and runners at first and third. Rivette drives, and Richard and Lavender ends up at third.
Hard hit ball right up the middle. All of the RBI hits in this game so far coming with 2 outs. We've seen it 2 innings in a row. That looked like it was deflected slightly by Coulter. Got his glove down, but couldn't knock it down. Went off his glove and into center field. So again, that's the third 2-out RBI hit by these 2 teams combined, and we're just in the second inning.
Jackson Jenkins, the batter. throw to first. I'm wondering here, had there been a guy in the position to cut that ball off if they had gotten a chance to get the runner at third and end the inning?
Perhaps you see that in the major leagues. The Cardinals are so good with that, with Paul Goldschmidt cutting those balls off near the mound and going to a base.
Runner going, swing and a miss, no throw. So now second and third, 2 outs. Two-two ball game, second inning. And a full count. Remember, the pitch limit is 95 for a calendar day. Runner at third, Lavender. Rivette at second. And now 2-2. We'll try to keep you appraised as we march along with the pitched numbers and the impact that will also have as the tournament evolves. And the managers have to make decisions, the managers and coaches, as to who's going to be left for later in the tournament. Because there are limits that impact down the road. And ball 4. Second walk of the inning.
Walk 2 and hit a batter, and you're right, Lanny. It's been a long couple of innings for this right-hander. Coulter, his pitch count up into the mid-40s here.
And the core of the problem for Bay County, an error, a couple of walks. Boyk with a foul ball out of play. Drew, an RBI single. That looks like Drew's mom, Ashley. One of the advantages of the Fan Fest last night, a chance for all of us to get to meet the players, meet the parents last night outside the Dick's Sporting Goods shop in Washington, Pennsylvania. 0-2.
Another one up in the zone there. Goik is the player who delivered the key 2-out base hit back in the first to score the first run for Bay County.
And the strikeout ends the inning, and Bay County had 3 of its hitters down on strikes, but Bay County picks up a run. We're tied at 2 at the end of an inning and a half.
Even during challenging times, Community Bank has helped small businesses in the area grow and thrive. Every business has different banking needs. Community Bank will help you with your plans. Community Bank, moving your business forward by building a stronger community.
We've been in your community since 1808. We've stood by your side covering the news of the day. We've been here for the important times in your life. We've celebrated with you. We're proud to have delivered the latest in local, regional, and national news in Washington, Greene, and southern Allegheny counties. We'll be here for the next phase of your life with our print and online editions. The Observer Reporter, life delivered daily.
At Washington Honda, taking care of our customers is our top priority. Whether you shop online or on the lot, we'll deliver your new car to your front door at no extra fee. It really is all at the mall.
Not all car buying experiences are as straightforward as Washington Hyundai, but you can count on Washington Hyundai. We're here for you. The vehicle you want from the dealership you trust. It really is all at the mall.
Community Bank helped us in every way there was when we built this new restaurant. This past year has been really hard on the restaurant industry, and we would not be where we are without the support of Community Bank. Community Bank, moving my business forward by building a stronger community.
Yeah, I remember it. I actually definitely remember it. I think it was like center field, maybe like a little bit to right center. I don't remember a whole lot else about the game, but I actually do remember. I do remember the homer. I remember we won. I think the first game we played in was a lot closer than the second game. But yeah, a lot of fun, man. It's a lot of fun and it went by really fast.
Bottom of the second coming up, bottom third of the batting order for Hagerstown, Maryland. 2-2 game. And the foul ball is Landon Trumpauer. Leads off from Falling Water, West Virginia. Kyle, you're our West Virginia expert. Give me a geographical zeroing in on Falling Water, West Virginia.
Well, when you go across I-70 as the next pitch comes in, and this is a nice curve in there for a strike. Hagerstown, Maryland, Pennsylvania, West Virginia, portion of the eastern panhandle of West Virginia, they're all right there together. So a true tri-state area.
So okay, so you're saying
when 68 turns into 70,
okay,
and you
all right,
continue
68
on
into 70.
Yeah, when you continue on into 70 towards Baltimore, D.C., you've got the conglomeration of those three states right there in the Hagerstown area.
2-2 on Trumpauer. Davidson will follow. Ball hit the opposite way. And Burge makes the catch, one away. Bottom of the second of what is scheduled to go 7. And now the number 8 hitter, Bryce Davidson. Speaking of West Virginia, how's my good buddy Tony Caridi doing?
Oh, he's doing well. He's gearing up for the backyard brawl. The backyard brawl's renewed this year. West Virginia and Pitt.
What, remember the date?
September 1st, Thursday night, September 1st. In Pittsburgh. Game sold out already.
Ball 1 on Davidson. And count 2-0. Every now and then, if you've been really zeroing in on our cover, Dawson Lavender has to reach down and pick up his hat.
Seen both pitchers do that. Makes me ask the question, was there a special hat for the World Series? Are these players not used to these specific hats? Because both pitchers have been losing their hats.
Ball 4 on 4 pitches. And how about Dawson Lavender in the first inning? He struck out 3, but gave up a couple of runs. Hunter Benedict to stand in. A year ago, 8 teams participated in the Pony League World Series, not 10. And Brownsville, Texas won the championship game, beating Youngstown, Ohio. Strike called. Big secondary lead there for Davidson, but he hustles back. The championship game last year went 8 innings. It was tied at 7, or tied at 9 rather, after 7. And Brownsville won 11-10. 1 ball, 1 strike. Youngstown had a great opportunity to win that game in the bottom of the 7th with the game tied at 9. Youngstown had the bases loaded with no outs and did not score. One and 2. 2-2 game, bottom of the 2nd inning.
Lavender's been missing up, but that pitch a little bit lower over the outside edge. Pirates night at the ballpark, Lanny. I believe we've been told that the Parrot may be here later and the Pierogies even.
Beautiful night as we open the 2022 Dick's Sporting Goods Pony League World Series.
You know, that's a good point. This game starts in the 70s. It's been so hot this summer, just oppressively hot all over the country. And looks like the heat is broken. That's a nice treat for these players and for the fans that are coming out every night to watch the games.
Time called. One ball, two strikes, one on, one out. And it trickles away to the coaching box. Pony League World Series through the 17th. And don't forget the World Series continues tomorrow here at Lou Hayes Pony Field. Tickets available at the gate for $6 adults, $4 for youth. If you need more information, just go to plws.org. And the left fielder Hartman makes the catch, 2 outs.
Hartman and Goik there converging. It's usually the center fielder that takes charge there, but Hartman had a beat on it all the way. Cut in front of the center fielder and make the catch. Now you notice the field's completely in the shade now. We had a misplay the last inning on a ball to right field that went from the sunlight into the shade. So I think it's going to be a little bit easier on these outfielders to track the ball the rest of the way.
Runner at first.
Courtesy runner at first base, number 2, J.J. Hall.
J.J. Hall, the courtesy run for Davidson. And top of the batting order for Julius Rowe. And ball 1, 2-2 game in the bottom of the second inning. Here at quaint Lou Hayes Pony Field on Washington Park. And 1 ball, 1 strike. By the way, there are a number of people that come into Washington, PA, or from the area that assume that this ballpark is near where the Washington Wild Things play, which is Washington Wild Things play in the Frontier League, professional team in Washington County. And though the offices for the Pony League World Series are over by the Wild Things ballpark, this facility is on the opposite side of town.
This one kind of nestled nicely into a neighborhood where the Wild Things ballpark right off the interstate.
Runner going, big jump, 2-2. Hall had such a big jump, he went into second base standing up.
Well, that's what he was put in the game to do, is to run the base as well, get a steal. He's in scoring position now.
And the strikeout of Rowe ends the inning. No runs, no hits, a walk, 1 left on at the end of 2. In the Dick's Sporting Goods Pony League World Series, Hagerstown 2, Bay County, Michigan 2.
Congenital heart disease means that you're born with a heart defect. Parents ask if their child will have a normal life. That's a huge responsibility. Here at the Children's Heart Center, we use a comprehensive care model. We treat newborns all the way up to fully grown adults that were born with congenital heart disease. These kids go to elementary school, go to high school, go to college, get married, have families. The people of West Virginia deserve this level of care.
At Pathways of Southwestern Pennsylvania, we believe that every life has potential, and we're dedicated to fulfilling it. Our programs give every child the opportunity to overcome obstacles, achieve milestones, and reach their fullest early learning potential. From cutting-edge development therapies and daily medical supervision to quality early education for children of all abilities, we cater to each family's specific needs. Pathways of Southwestern Pennsylvania, your path to lifelong fulfillment.
World Series is all over the web with live scoring, bracket updates, news, notes, game stories, and links to other World Series info. Check us out online at ponyworldseries.org. Find the World Series on Twitter, Facebook, Snapchat, Instagram, and TikTok. Thank you to Printscape and to Comcast Business for their ongoing assistance on this project.
The Dick's Sporting Goods Pony League World Series is presented in part by Community Bank, by Marthinson and Silvetti Insurance Group, and by Pathways of Southwestern Pennsylvania. And Jeffrey Hartman leads off the top of the third, 2-2 ball game. Your friend the sun is back. Impacting left field, center field.
Yeah, most of the infield in the shade, right field in the shade. But you're right, that cloud moved out of the way. So center fielder and the left fielder still have to deal with it.
1 and 2. There may be a few people that don't know this, but there is a correct way in which you should set up a baseball field in relationship to north, south, east, and west. And it has to do with the fact that if the field is set up properly, left field, when you get into late afternoon, early evening, left field should be the sun field. And a blooper down the right field line. Count remains at 2 and 2.
The Bay County, Michigan manager Craig Rivette had a message for his players when they came to the plate. He said, we got to lay off those high pitches. He's getting us out with swings and misses on the high pitches. Lay off those. Make him work. He's given you some things with walks, so don't get yourself out. Lay off those high pitches.
And that goes back to a point we were making before about teaching young people that when they're not in the batter's box, when they're in the dugout, to be paying attention to what their teammates are dealing with in terms of, is it a fastball? Does he throw the fastball a lot? Does he throw a breaking ball a lot? Is he missing? Where is he missing in the zone? We're outside the zone. 3 and 2 now on Hartman.
Hartman laid off that high curveball. Nearly came inside and hit him.
And the count remains 3 and 2. Hartman in the 5th spot of the order playing left field.
You know, Bay County has worked so many deep counts. You look at this, as the starter Coulter, he's used 55 pitches to get 6 outs. And here we are, another deep count, 3-2 to the leadoff hitter Hartman.
That remains at 3 and 2 on Hartman.
Bring that back, Jeffrey. Finish it. Let's go, kiddo.
Hartman, who will be an 8th grader at Bay City All Saints in the fall. And draws a walk.
How about that? Look what happens when you lay off that high pitch. Listen to your coaches.
Number 9, Jack Letters.
You know, Kyle, I've been around the game of baseball for about 50 years now. And I continue to be amazed at how many times a leadoff walk leads to a run. I mean, example, Richard in the 7th spot of the order. And don't tell me it doesn't matter where you bat, because it does. 7th spot of the order, he walks, and sure enough, he scores. Let's see if Hartman comes around to score. stolen base. And by the way, if you watch a lot of our action over the next 6 days, you will see a lot of stolen bases.
Well, Bay County's been extremely aggressive. That's one stolen base in each of the first 3 innings. You know, they're getting guys on and they're making things happen on the bases.
And that time Witters chases a pitch out of the zone. And it's strikeout number 6 for Jackson Coulter.
Briggs led off the game with a base hit. He steals second. Second inning, Lavender gets on after Richard had walked. He steals second behind the lead runner, and now Hartman on second after a stolen base.
One ball, one strike. On Aiden Richard, third baseman, batting 7th, walked and scored his first plate appearance in the Dick's Sporting Goods Pony League World Series. Aiden Richard, who will be a 9th grader at Western High School in the fall. Norris, the shortstop, taking the throw. Ooh, throw to first base for the out. And Hartman was in no man's land. He was halfway between second and third and could have been the second out, but third baseman Trumpauer decided to go to first.
Hartman catches a break. Not only does he get caught off there, but with the throw to first, he gets to advance to third.
And now O'Loughlin. Runner at third, 2 outs, 2-2 game, third inning. By the way, I asked the Bay County team earlier today, I said, do you guys have a pool in your hotel? And they said yes, but I guess they were so enamored with just getting into town and the Fan Fest, they didn't use it.
There's a lot going on when you get here.
Well, the leadoff walk does not lead to a run as Jackson Coulter has recorded now 7 strikeouts. No runs. Runner left at third after 2.5. Bay County 2, Hagerstown 2.
High School Sports Network is the official video and audio streaming partner of the WPIAL. We broadcast over 2,000 sporting events each year and cover 17 sports in over 170 schools. At HSSN, you'll find the latest in high school sports news, live and archive broadcasts, scores, standings, and much more. Trib Live High School Sports Network, your high school sports leader. All season, every season.
Strikeout battle with Honolulu, Hawaii. Read about 13-year MLB vets Alex Trevino and Juan Agosto and their trips to the 1972 Pony League World Series. It's 120 pages of scores and records, recaps, features, and more. The World Series program, just $5 on sale now at the souvenir stand. 50 tickets are on sale now. Chance to win a cash prize during each game of the World Series. We'll have a new drawing once we announce the winning number. If you have that winning ticket, please report to the press box. If you have tickets but not the winner, hold on to your tickets until the winner is confirmed. Then please deposit your non-winning tickets in the nearest trash receptacle.
Mexico plays San Jose, California tomorrow at 1. Washington County against a team from London at 3:30 tomorrow. And bottom of the third. And Hagerstown, Ben Sadazin leads off. Singleton scored his first time up. Bay County jumped to a 1-0 lead in the top of the first. Hagerstown a 2-run bottom of the first, and then Bay County tied it with a run in the second. Steve Berger, the manager of Hagerstown. He's been involved in pony baseball for 23 years. And Steve is a retired correctional officer. He was a correctional officer for 28 years. Retired as a lieutenant. 0-2. And Steve Berger's wife, Steve and his wife Jamie have 3 boys and 8 grandchildren. Count remains 0-2.
Lavender getting ahead.
Kyle,
the hitter spoiling a pretty good pitch there with 2 strikes.
Let me ask you this question. I know you do a lot of high school sports coverage. It has always been my belief that even though as a broadcaster you don't want to be overly analytical when you're dealing with 13 and 14-year-olds or high school players, and nevertheless added to the importance of being able to catch the ball, hit the ball, throw the ball, is the situational knowledge that good baseball players or players of all ages need to know, need to learn about at some point.
I don't think there's any doubt. I think that's why you get these specific teams to this level. I mean, you've seen it in this game so far, the approach these hitters have taken. You know, all the RBI hits have come with 2 out. And there's something to that.
2-2 pitch. Center field playing in was Goik. And a throw to second base, leadoff double for Sadazin.
Sadazin stayed alive again, fell behind 0-2. And again, Landy, just a smart approach. He ruined a very good 0-2 pitch by just kind of sticking the bat out and fouling it off. And then he got one, he drove over the center fielder's head. But yeah, to answer your question, I don't think it doesn't matter the age group. I think that ability's great, but you have to be smart. You have to know how to play the game and win close games. That's why these teams get to this level. And it starts with coaching.
Well,
and then and the players, you know, you pass that on to them.
We're going to have a pitching change here. Lavender going towards center field. Goik coming in from center. And so Lavender working just 2+ innings. Give you more about his line in a moment. And let's go down to Joe. We'll get to Joe in a bit, in a moment or so. But I was also thinking about Kyle Wiggs. Young baseball players are told very early on that one of the challenges of playing defense is that you have to anticipate. Ball's hit to me, what am I going to do with it? You're an outfielder, runner at second base. Am I going to have a chance to throw that runner out at the plate? If I'm not, am I going to throw the ball to second base to prevent the base hitter from getting to second base, going to keep the double play in order? All of those factors adding to the challenge of developing to a good baseball player.
Yeah, the skills along with thinking the game, thinking through it. And I think that each one of these players, you talk about the outfielders, I'm sure that every time a pitch is thrown, they're thinking, if it's hit to me, what do I do? And again, that starts with you know, playing ball with their dads and thinking through it with their dads and their coaches. And, you know, to get to this level, it takes more than skill. It takes intuition, knowing the game and thinking the game.
And the more we play, you hope, the more it becomes instinctive for you. All right, Norris to stand in to be the first batter against Goik. It is a 2-2 ball game. Norris in the third spot, infield single in the first and scored. Runner going to third on a wild pitch that just trickled past the catcher and hit home plate umpire Ray Parker.
And to your point, Lanny, I think, in my opinion, one of the most difficult aspects, subtle aspects of this game to master is base running, right?
Oh.
You saw a young man there with that. He just got a great read on a ball that was in the dirt. It didn't get too far away. It hit the umpire, but he still moved from second to third because he read it so well.
I have long said that base running is like driving the car, in that the good drivers are those guys and gals that instinctively have learned what to pay attention to, what to be looking for when you're on the highway or on just your neighborhood street. And ball 4. First and third, nobody out. 2-2 game, but
right fielder, number 6.
Right here, Hagerstown, Maryland has set the table, because Hagerstown, Maryland not only has runners at first and third, nobody out, but it is in the batting order where it wants to be, with cleanup hitter Cooper Starkey stepping in. Wild pitch. 3-2 Hagerstown, and as Sadison scores, Norris goes to second.
That one in the dirt, really no chance for the catcher, Wetters. It hit in front of the left-handed hitter batter's box. And again, the runner at third, Sadison getting a good read on that, scoring. Really didn't have to slide. He could have raced across home plate, but he slides in with the go-ahead run.
Count 2-0. We can close the book on Lavender. 2+ innings, 3 hits, 3 runs, a walk and 4 strikeouts. And time called. Craig Rivette is going to the mound. Not surprised at all by this, because this really, I know it's the third inning, but this could be an inning that becomes so problematic for Bay County that it finds itself in a very desperate situation to try to get back from a major deficit if it doesn't stem the tide.
Yeah, this is one where you have to go out and just settle everybody down, kind of reset. And the starter, Lavender's out. He threw 51 pitches. And you bring a player in from the field and just got a few warm-up tosses. So it's been a little bit of a tough adjustment early on, the first couple of hitters. You know, the outfield configuration's interesting, because you talk about that sun field, the tough left field for Hartman. He's in really shallow. And the right fielder, meanwhile, Briggs is deep.
To short in the hole. Jenkins' throw gets by the first baseman. And it's 4-2 Hagerstown, runner at first, nobody out.
And an air charge to the shortstop Jenkins, and the runner scores. 4-2 with that base runner on and nobody out. Tough play, went a long way deep into the hole to his right, and knew he had a speedy runner he had to beat, kind of hurried that throw a little bit.
Well, let me challenge you, partner. You said tough play. Doesn't that make that a base hit plus an error?
Could be. It's a very good point.
Remember, the determining factor about whether it's a hit or an error, and check it out in the rule book if you don't believe me, is can it be made with ordinary effort? Can a play be made with ordinary effort? And if it cannot, then it is an error. And keep in mind that what is ordinary effort on the big league level is a whole lot different than for 13 and 14-year-olds. And let me not mislead you. Kyle was exactly correct about the fact that that was scored an error. And probably there's a stolen base. Starkey goes to second base. Probably 2 errors on that play. 1 runner at first, 1 for the runner to score. And it counts 1 and 2 on Schwartz. And 1 away.
It's a big first out. Just went right after him with the fastball. Got it over for strike 3, and it's the first out.
And Coulter, the Hagerstown pitcher, now has a 4-2 lead as he stands in. One out, runner at second, 2 runs in, ball slapped into left center field. Starkey scores standing up. RBI base hit for Coulter. It is 5-2 Hagerstown.
Big inning brewing for Hagerstown. The first 3 got on, all 3 reached. That one into left center field, and the grass killed it out there. It almost came to a complete stop before Hartman got over to get it and get it back in.
And now Landon steps in. Landon, who will be going to Spring Mills High School in the fall. Not that far removed from where we are right now, and a courtesy runner at first base. Jaron Wade, the courtesy runner.
Spring Mills High School. You talk about the that tri-state area. Spring Mills in West Virginia, just a little bit north of Martinsburg.
Jackson Reiser, who is on this Hagerstown roster, is from Martinsburg.
That Martinsburg region really growing as Spring Mills and Washington, 2 of the newer high schools in West Virginia. There's 6 AAA high schools in 2 counties in that portion of West Virginia.
And it is Hedgesville High School?
There's Hedgesville, there's Martinsburg, there's Spring Mills, there's Washington, and there's Musselman. All in that area, all within 2 counties.
3-1 on Trumpauer. 5-2, Hagerstown leads, bottom of the 3rd. And the base on balls gives Hagerstown runners at first and second, 1 out.
Another high pitch there. You mentioned Hedgesville High School real quick. Hedgesville just had the highest drafted player in West Virginia history. Chase DeLauder was a top 10 pick in this past draft from last month, was a college player from James Madison, but Chase DeLauder, a graduate of Hedgesville High School, a top 10 pick by the Cleveland Guardians, and that's the highest anybody from the state of West Virginia has ever been drafted.
Strike called. One ball, 1 strike, 1 out. And Goik with a 1-1 pitch. Now 2-1. Davidson, the 7th batter of the inning. And he stepped out of the batter's box. That's a no-no. The umpire will warn the hitters. And if it continues to be an infraction, then they'll call a strike on the batter. Now 3-1.
Big lead down at second by Coulter. This is really shaping up to a big inning for this Hagerstown team. We got a pinch runner down there.
Yeah, Wade, the courtesy runner. And the bases are loaded. Third walk of the inning. And with that, Craig Rivette is going out. Remember what we said earlier about this pitch count issue as it relates not only to the game, but how it's going to impact the rest of the tournament.
Hey, listen. If your head's up, it's to you now. All right, listen. We got to pitch out of it right now. Okay. Let's see. Aiden Richard, you go to first base. Brody, you're out. Key, shortstop. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Hey, let's make plays. Right?
And coming out.
Drew, go
Jackson
to
and Andreski.
Third. No, go. Yeah, go to third, Drew. Can you play third? Hey, can you play third? Huh? Huh? All right, go to left. Hartman!
The changes are being made. Joe, what have you got for us?
All right, thanks very much, Lanny. You may remember Christian Yelich won the National League MVP award in 2018. You may also remember he took part in this Pony League World Series in his younger days, and he had this message to the players participating in the tournament.
You know, first off, I'd say take it all in. You know, I think it's something that you just kind of, you're there, but you should just kind of take a minute to look around, take in the atmosphere, where you're at, who you're playing with, all the hard work that's went into the summer and summers before to even get to that point. You know, it's a success just being there. And I think you should really just appreciate the moment in general. And then in your baseball career, I mean, it's, hey, look, just try and get the most out of it. Work as hard as you can. If it's your dream to play in the major leagues, it's something that's possible. You know, there's a lot of guys that have played on that same field that are living proof that it's a real thing. It's not easy by any means, and the biggest thing I think to be successful in baseball is to learn how to deal with failure, because it's coming. You know, it might not happen in pony ball, it might not happen in high school, maybe not college, but it's going to happen at some point, and it's part of the game. You know, you need to learn how to deal with it, and just definitely don't let it discourage you.
That the message from 2018 NL MVP Christian Yelich to the players participating in the Pony League World Series. Back upstairs, guys.
A bunch of changes here. Goik moved from the mound out to left field. He started the game at center. Richard is now at first base.
Entering the game and batting 8th, number 11, Jackson Andreski.
Andreski has come into the game to play shortstop.
Courtesy runner for the catcher.
And Jenkins is on the mound.
So Andreski comes in the game and replaces O'Laughlin. And then you had Goit go to left field. Richards came in to play or move to first base.
And a strike called there as the hitter stepped out of the batter's box. Benedict. Runner coming, suicide squeeze. He's out. The other runners will move up.
Well, that's the most exciting play in baseball. But unfortunately for this Hagerstown team, they bunted right through it. And it was a straight suicide. A runner breaking from third, and he's tagged out.
2 hits, an error, 2 left on. We played 3 innings. Your score, Hagerstown 5, Bay County 2.
Hagerstown leads 5-2 after 3.
John Sisson Motors invites you to experience the next evolution of the automobile with a completely new all-electric 2022 EQS sedan from Mercedes EQ. Reserve yours today at johnsissonmercedes.com.
Now is a great time to take home a new Nissan from John Sisson Nissan. We have a great selection of new Nissans to choose from, like a 2022 Nissan Rogue or a 2022 Nissan Altima. At John Sisson Nissan, every customer is a VIP. Discover for yourself today.
Bring together expert faculty. Offer programs in high-demand fields. Add in a few centuries of tradition. You might call it the future of higher education. We're calling it Pennsylvania Western University. We've combined the resources of California, Clarion, and Edinburgh to create a new way to educate, where opportunities are boundless and tomorrow is yours to define. Built on tradition, built for your future. Welcome to Penn West.
People who come to Cricket stay with Cricket.
Little did we know that switching to Cricket was going to be a major upgrade. The 5G is like fast.
Switch for the speed, stay for the savings. Smile, you're on Cricket.
From hosting the new organization.
Hagerstown has jumped ahead of Bay County 5-2 as we go to the top of the fourth. I'm joined by Bay County manager Craig Rivette. Craig, big inning for Hagerstown. They get 3 runs. How important was it to cut down the play at the plate to limit the damage?
Well, that's huge. We had to stop the bleeding there, and Jackson came in, threw the ball well, and we made a good play there to end the inning.
First 2 innings, you get a couple of good at-bats and RBI base hits from Drew Goik and Aiden Rivette. What was key there, and how do you get some better at-bats?
I don't think we swung at too many balls in those at-bats, and right now we're swinging at too many balls out of the strike zone, and we've got to shorten up, stop trying to hit the ball so hard, stop trying to hit the ball over the fence, get base by base.
Thanks very much, Craig.
Thank you.
Back upstairs.
All right, Joe, thank you very much. So the strikeout caught stealing on the suicide squeeze, ending the inning, and Hagerstown scoring 3 runs in the third on 2 hits. Craig back to his coaching box after talking to Joe, and Lavender leads off. And Jackson Coulter, the right-hander for Hagerstown, has this 3-run lead. Ball fouled away, strike 1. Second game featuring Guaynabo, Puerto Rico, and New Taipei City, Taiwan. And remember, all the coverage on MLB.com. 1 ball and 1 strike. Day 1 of the Pony League World Series, brought to you by Dick's Sporting Goods. 1-2.
Attention, please.
Down to the right field corner.
Lineups to the press box, please.
J.J. Hall is warming up. Strike 3 called. And Coulter now has 8 strikeouts. 2 in the first, 3 in the second, 2 in the third, and this one to start the fourth.
Big 12-6 curveball there to get the third strike. Strike at the knees. That's as good a curve as he's thrown all evening long.
Ball 1. Craig Rivette, the manager, Tom Debo, and the other member of the pitches high, 2 balls, no strikes. The other member of the coaching staff, Adam Kanashevsky. Ball 3-0. Tom Debo, the first base coach, his 29th year involved in pony baseball, and he told me yesterday this will be his last. Strike call 3-1. Moreau makes the catch, 2 down in the fourth. 5-2 Hagerstown leads.
Coulter settled in quite nicely here. That's 5 in a row retired by him, getting stronger as the game moves along and having a very efficient 4th inning. That's important, again, because his pitch count is moving up towards the 80 mark.
And ball 1. And 1-1.
Coulter worked around the leadoff walk in the 3rd. Since then, he's just been pounding the zone with strikes. Another one right there. Strike on a fastball a little bit above the belt.
A 1-2-3 inning. At the end of 3.5, Hagerstown, Maryland 5 and Bay County, Michigan 2.
Oh yeah, been waiting for this one.
The Dick's Sporting Goods Pony League World Series is presented by Dick's Sporting Goods, by the Washington County Tourism Promotion Agency, and by the Observer Publishing Company. Bottom of the 4th inning. And for Hagerstown, Jackson Reiser, of whom we were speaking just a moment ago, steps in to bat for Julius Rowe. Jenkins on the mound for Bay County, Maryland, or Bay County, Michigan, rather, against Hagerstown, Maryland. Reiser, basketball player, getting his first plate appearance of this Pony League World Series, brought to you by Dick's Sporting Goods. Ball kicks away, and catcher Wetters had trouble finding the ball, but it didn't matter as far as that ball kicked. He's going to afford Reiser the chance to reach base safely on a strikeout wild pitch.
Jackson Jenkins in the game as the pitcher. Good curveball there. He buried it and got the hitter to chase, but it bounced away from the catcher. So base runner Jenkins is the pitcher that came in, got the final 2 outs there on that squeeze bunt attempt. Got a strikeout, and his catcher tagged out the runner at the plate.
Sadazan 2 for 2. Singled and scored to the first, doubled and scored to the third. 5-2. Hagerstown leads.
The game at first base, 0-0, Julius Rowe.
And now Rowe to come back in and run at first base. Rowe in that leadoff spot from the outset of the game in the center fielder. Bottom of the 4th inning. 5-2 Hagerstown leads. The winner of this game will play Johnstown at 6 o'clock tomorrow.
New Taipei City, line up to the press box, please.
The loser of this game will play the loser of the second game tonight between Puerto Rico and Taiwan. And then 3 games tomorrow. Pitch high, San Jose, California against Monterrey, Mexico at 1 o'clock tomorrow. Washington County against London at 3:30. And then the Johnstown game against the winner of this game at 6. Runner going, stolen base. It really does seem as if it almost is automatic that you run with a runner at first base. I was saying earlier, there are not many occasions for stolen bases to be denied in pony baseball.
That's the 4th stolen base, to your point. 4th stolen base in 4 innings for Hagerstown.
The strikeout of Sadazan. 1 away in the 4th, and a second strikeout for Jenkins. By the way, the other thing that you will, I can almost guarantee this will not happen over the next 6 days. Almost guarantee it. How's that for going out on the limb, huh? Almost guarantee it. You will not see a book rule double in a Pony League game. Because the height of this home run fence is such that I can't imagine, and have not seen, by the way, in all the years I've been doing pony, have not ever seen a book rule double here.
And, okay, how about a second guarantee? You're not going to see a player go up over the fence and rob one unless there's a Ken Griffey Jr. or a Jim Edmonds out there somewhere, a future major leaguer.
Oh, great line, Kyle Riggs. Yes, indeed. Strikeout of Norris. Jenkins, he has faced 4. He has 4 strikeouts, though riser reached by way of a strikeout wild pitch. And here is Starkey. 5-2 Hagerstown, 4th inning. Lavender, the starter, went into the 3rd, gave up 3 runs. Goik gives up 2. Runner going. That should have been a caught stealing right there.
What a throw by Wetters, man. He put that right on the bag. And the runner, Rowe, was going to slide right into it. But it squirted away just right over the top of the glove of the 3rd baseman down there. And unfortunately, but man, what a throw right on the bag.
Runner at 3rd, 2 outs. 2-2.
Now the good news for Bay County, Michigan, they seem to have found the answer on the mound with Jenkins. He's come in and just pounded the zone.
And the strikeout wild pitch gives Hagerstown a 6th run.
Now, having said that, some of his pitches are too good, as twice hitters have reached on swinging 3rd strikes.
first baseman.
That's
number 8,
how
Riley
that's how
Schwartz.
the pinch hitter Riser got on, or the leadoff hitter. And then they put Rowe back in the game. He steals second, steals third, and scores on a strikeout.
And that is the second time in this game that Hagerstown has gotten a run by way of a wild pitch. Run number 3 scored that way in the third. Called strike on Schwartz.
Could we see an inning with 5 strikeouts?
We're 1 strikeout away from that possibility. Runner going, ignored, stolen base, and the count 1-2. Yes, Kyle Wiggs. 5 strikeouts in the inning.
Incredible.
6-2 Hagerstown over Bay County, Michigan after 4.
One more time.
Come on, one more.
One more. One more. Righty stance.
Yeah!
2, 1. One more, man. Oh man. All right, little bro.
Want more?
Congenital heart disease means that you're born with a heart defect. Parents ask if their child will have a normal life. That's a huge responsibility. Here at the Children's Heart Center, we use a comprehensive care model. We treat newborns all the way up to fully grown adults that were born with congenital heart disease. These kids go to elementary school, go to high school, go to college, get married, have families. The people of West Virginia deserve this level of care.
Moving to center field.
As we go to the top of the 5th, Hagerstown has jumped out to a 6-2 lead on Bay County, Michigan, and we're joined by Hagerstown manager Steve Berger. Steve, let's talk about your pitcher right now in Jackson Coulter and what is working well for him on the mound with 9 strikeouts.
Well, he's thrown the ball hard, struggled a little bit with his control. He's actually reeling it in, so he's throwing better now than he did in the beginning of the game. So I'm going to run him out.
Not often you score a run when there's 5 strikeouts in the inning, but you did that last inning, and your guys are pretty aggressive on the base pass in the 3-run 4th inning.
Yes, we have some good team speed. Some of the guys really get good jumps, and you've seen that in that inning. And we're going to stay aggressive. We're going to run the whole tournament if we can.
Thanks, Steve.
All right, thank you.
Back upstairs.
All right, Joe, thank you. Changes for Hagerstown. J.J. Hull is the new shortstop. Norris moves from short to third. Trumpauer moves from third to left. Sadison moves from left to center. And Jackson Jenkins, he being of the 5 strikeouts of an inning and 6 in a row, up high ball 1.
You know what they say about baseball, Lanny, as you mentioned before, you've been doing this for 5 decades. No matter how long you watch this game, you always see something you've never seen before. Well, we were witness to that.
2-0 on Jenkins. Bay County needs base runners. It is down by 4 as it begins the top of the 5th inning. Ray Parker, home plate umpire from Poland, Ohio. 6th time that Ray has worked a Pony League World Series. Graduate of Cheney High School in Poland, and then went to Youngstown State. By the way, Ray Parker, he and his wife Carolyn have 2 children, 8 grandchildren. Now 3-2 on Jenkins. Our producer, is Roger Lenhart, our director, Scott Bartlett. And ball 4, Jenkins walked for the second time in the game. And Jackson Coulter has struck out 9. And a courtesy runner here.
Courtesy runner for the pitcher, number 5, Charlie Mays.
Charlie Mays to courtesy run.
Drew Goit.
Keeping an eye on Coulter's pitch count. He's been very, very effective. And at 87 to this hitter. See if he can find a way to get an out or two, or maybe finish this inning.
Foul ball. Drew Goik singled in a run of the first. As a matter of fact, knocked in the game's first run and gave Bay County a short-lived 1-0 lead. Drew, who will be a 9th grader at Western Hills in the fall. And he takes a strike even though he was bailing out. And 1 ball, 2 strikes.
See if he goes back to that curveball with 2 strikes. He got a called 3rd strike with a big curve against Rivette, did it against the number 9 hitter in the order last inning as well.
I talked about Drew's mom, Ashley, earlier. We had a shot of her on television. Ashley was telling me yesterday that Drew never hit a home run in youth baseball until the North Zone deciding game, when his first at bat he had a grand slam and then home run in his second at bat of the game. But here he is down on strikes. And it's strikeout number 10 for Coulter.
That time he just stayed with the fastball, challenged him. And the pitch count at 92.
One on, one out for Hartman. Ball fouled away. For many years, I was fortunate to work with Bob Walk, color analyst with the Pirates, former Pirate pitcher. And Bob Walk always said that in his opinion, the best pitch in baseball, the absolute best pitch in baseball, was strike 1. And therefore, what you throw, what you can throw over for strike 1 becomes your most effective pitch. Hartman hit by a pitch in the first, walked in the third. There's a good chance you've noticed that the dugouts at Lou Hayes Pony Field are not up along the first and third base lines. They are right under the press box. And that means that if catchers need to check with the dugout for pitch selection or pitch outs or throws to first, they have to find a way to look past the umpire. Strikeout of Hartman, second out of the inning.
And that's 96, so that's going to be the final hitter faced. And there's that 12-6 curveball. And 3 of his last 4 strikeouts have been with that sharp, biting, breaking pitch. And what a performance by Jackson Coulter as he runs up against the pitch limit here. He'll come out of the game with 2 outs in the 5th. And boy, he got stronger as this game moved along and started really throwing that breaking pitch for strikes, using it as his out pitch, getting strike 3.
Jackson Coulter struck out the second batter that he faced in the game. Got 1 more strikeout in the first, struck out 3 in the second. 2 in the third, 2 in the fourth, and 2 here in the fifth. Dick's Sporting Goods plays of the game. Yes, indeed. The game of baseball has largely been about pitching. And that means that Jackson Coulter, after working officially 4 2/3 inning, he has given up only 3 hits.
Getting the strikeouts with the fastballs early, as we showed you there with that last montage, but it really was the curveball, the breaking pitch, that he was able to command late in his outing and use that for the out pitch.
Our second game tonight, it is Puerto Rico against New Taipei City. Second game of the tournament, with opening ceremonies to happen in between tonight's 2 games. And then we'll all convene again tomorrow. First game on Saturday, 1 o'clock. All right, so the new pitcher is Norris.
Now pitching for Hagerstown.
Pony League World Series continuing tomorrow. Action begins at 1 o'clock. Blue Hayes Pony Field. Tickets are available at the gate for just $6 adults, $4 for youth. For more information, go to Pony League. Go to plws.org.
Coulter and Norris there, Lanny, just switched positions on the field.
So shortstop Hall. Oh, that's a fine play. Shortstop into the hole, set himself and his feet properly to get off the accurate throw to end the inning. No runs, no hits, a walk, and 1 man left on base. After 4.5, Hagerstown 6, Bay County 2.
Sean likes to help his teams on the field, but elbow and shoulder pain kept him on the sidelines. Treatment from AHN had him feeling like himself in a couple days. Now he's back, pitching in wherever he's needed. Getting back in the game is living proof.
Bring together expert faculty. Offer programs in high-demand fields. Add in a few centuries of tradition. You might call it the future of higher education. We're calling it Pennsylvania Western University. We've combined the resources of California, Clarion, and Edinburgh to create a new way to educate, where opportunities are boundless and tomorrow is yours to define. Built on tradition, built for your future. Welcome to Penn West.
You ever had any desire to wear a mascot uniform?
Well, if I did, it'd be on a night like tonight. I can't imagine how they do it when it's 90 degrees. But no, I think I'll stay up here with you, if that's okay.
No, I have no desire to do that either.
It is a nice, comfortable 70-degree night with a nice breeze.
And we're going to have a good shot at the Sturgeon Moon tonight.
We had the super moon last night, I believe.
Well, that's what it is, the Sturgeon supermoon.
Same thing.
2-2 on Jackson Coulter. Coulter 1 for 2 in the game with an RBI single in the third.
Had a great look at that sturgeon supermoon driving to work. I go to work before the sun rises.
What?
I drove right into that
A man of your
supermoon.
stature, big-time celebrity that you are, you have to get up early in the morning.
Yeah.
Well, we're so glad that you're with us tonight.
Yeah, this was fun. Very well played game so far.
And ball 4. So Jenkins, his string of striking out 6 straight batters comes to a close.
Yeah, and again, we saw a 5 strikeout inning last inning, something that's never happened in a major league game, and something I'm not sure I've ever seen before at any level.
The Trump Power 0 for 1 plus a walk. By the way, since there are so many people that follow baseball that are fixated with asterisks, that's 6 strikeouts in a row deserves an asterisk, considering that 2 of the 6 batters reached base by way of strikeout, wild pitch. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Hagerstown, Maryland. Runner going, swing and a miss, strike 3. Oh my, look at that. I know I sound like Dick Enberg, but that's a caught stealing, folks.
Well, you know what? It should be the second for Wetters. In that last inning, he had a guy dead to rights at third. And this time he does get the out. Another great throw right on the bag. And the runner just slid into the tag. Great throw by the catcher.
It is the second caught stealing of the game. The first one was on the suicide squeeze that, as it turned out, ended the third. 6-2, the score in the bottom of the 5th inning. Two and 1. I was going to tell you a story about Hagerstown, but Vin Scully, the great Dodger broadcaster who just passed away a week ago, once told me, never tell a story, never start to tell a story with 2 outs. So I will beg your patience. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. And a full count on Davidson, who has walked twice in the game. Bouncer to short, Andreski. And in the 5th inning, Hagerstown, no runs, no hits, a walk, caught stealing, nobody left. We'll go to the 6th. Pony League World Series brought to you by Dick's Sporting Goods.
To everyone still crushing it when it's this hot. To those making it happen in the heat. And especially to those who have to wear long sleeves right now. We've got a Dunkin' Iced just for you.
Taking care of our customers is our #1 priority at South Hills Toyota. Whether you come into our showroom to shop or buy through our express store online, the vehicle you want from the dealership you trust, it really is all at the mall.
Not all car buying experiences are as straightforward as Washington Hyundai, but you can count on Washington Hyundai. We're here for you. The vehicle you want from the dealership you trust. It really is all at the mall.
To everyone still crushing it when it's this hot. To those making it happen in the heat. And especially to those who have to wear long sleeves right now. We've got a Dunkin' Iced just for you.
The Dick's Sporting Goods Pony League World Series is presented in part by Appalachia Energy Partners, a specialized logistics company seeking CDL Class A drivers. Call 724-514-6593. By Lighthouse Electric, integrators of electrical solutions. And by Defy Security, cybersecurity experts who put customers back where they belong, first. Well, here tonight we had the Pittsburgh Pirates pierogi race. Joe Klinchak, the on-field voice of the Pirates, here tonight to do the play-by-play. And what a week it has been for Dan Lohman, our executive producer. Chance to put together the Pony League World Series telecast and be here tonight to see the pierogi race. And then last night, he and his wife went to see Billy Joel at PNC Park.
And now the pierogies, big come-from-behind win there in the pierogi race.
I'm glad you were paying more attention to it than I was. Now Brady Vrabel to bat for Richard in the 6th inning. Hagerstown, Maryland leading 6-2. Ray Parker going out to change balls. I'm wondering if he's using this as an excuse to tell Norris something. That is very often the means by which umpires deliver messages to pitchers so that the rest of the people don't know that a message has to be delivered. By the way, folks, if you ever have the opportunity to meet anybody from Bay County and you ask them where is Bay County, I can almost guarantee you that that resident will hold up his or her right hand as Vrabel walks. Will hold up his or her right hand and point to the dip between the thumb and the index finger. And that's where Bay County is, just south of the imaginary Saginaw Bay between the thumb and the index finger. And Andreski takes a strike. Six-2 Hagerstown. Strike. And Vrabel back. High throw handled by Swartz.
Bay County trying to battle its way back in this game. And the leadoff walk. It's getting late though. We're in the 6th already, down to their last 6 outs. So they need a bunch of base runners here in the 6th.
Base hit by Andreski. And 2 on.
That's a good start. A walk and a solid base hit to left. First 2 have reached. You got your 9-hitter, then you flip that lineup over. Get some of those experienced players up at the plate here with runners on.
And now Lavender, who will be a 9th grader at Western High School. Scoring from second is Vrabel. Is he going to score? Yes. Second baseman couldn't handle the batted ball. Catcher Davidson had trouble with the thrown ball. And Bay County picks up its 3rd run. It's now a 6-3. Hagerstown lead.
Bay County right back in this game, down by 3, bringing the potential tying run to the plate. And as you mentioned before, these top hitters in the order, they're the players with the experience here in the World Series.
So Lavender ends up at first, reaches on an E. Andreski moves from first to third on the play. Sean Higgins throwing in the bullpen. Nobody out. Top of the order for Briggs, who is 1 for 3. Foul ball.
Foul ball is yours to keep thanks to our night sponsors. Tonight, the Observer reporter.
Briggs, who will be a 9th grader at Standish Sterling High School. Runner going, strike, throw to second. Out at second base. Shortstop Hull makes the tag.
And a smart play by Davidson, the catcher, to throw through. Again, Bay County's down to just a precious few outs left. And they get one of the 6 remaining that they need to win this game.
Yeah, you certainly would bring up that question. Was it wise to run when you're down to so few outs?
I don't think they ever expected them to throw through.
Well, they did. And boy, I think I've seen more caught stealings in this game than I had seen in previous years. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And it wasn't as if Lavender, if he makes second safely, he's not the tying run. Now 1 ball, 2 strikes on Briggs. Norris, who came on in the 5th inning after Jackson Coulter pitched 4 2/3 and struck out 11.
Pitch there high and tight. Lanny, I really don't think they ever expected Davidson to throw through to second base, but again, a very smart decision to take a shot at getting one of those 6 outs that you need.
Well, as you know, Kyle, this game has always been about percentages, and from the Hagerstown percentage standpoint, taking a shot, getting an out, they could afford to do so with the 3-run lead. Runner at third, 1 out. Two and 2.
This is a great battle between Norris, who entered this game in the last inning, and Briggs, one of the top hitters for Bay County at the top of the order, worked it full, 3-2.
Sliding grab by Sadison. Runner scores, 2 outs. Watching the replay, Sadison was playing into right center field, but quickly got back to straightaway center to make an above-average play.
That ball was right on the nose, too. Hit hard at the center fielder. Again, ranging to his right to make the play. Take perhaps an extra base hit and an RBI. We did get the RBI on the sac fly, but again, that kind of short circuits the inning because you got 2 outs and the base is empty and still a 2-run lead.
And so Steve Berger's out. And here comes Professor Higgins.
Higgy is referred to by his manager there, Steve Berger. So a nice job in relief by Brooks Norris. He came in, kind of quieted the 5th, got the final out. He did walk a guy here in the 6th, and that run came around to score. But again, going to the bullpen.
the new pitcher, Sean Higgins. There are plenty of opportunities and places by which the fans and the players can mingle here at Lou Hayes Pony Field, including right behind the press box, concession stands first base line, hillside right field, hillside third base line. Also a couple of practice fields around this facility, affording the players an opportunity to warm up a bit before a game.
And the opening ceremony, such a special moment for all the players that have earned this honor to play in the World Series, and their parents and their family members who are on hand. Just a great spectacle with all the teams out on the field at the same time.
So with 2 outs in the inning, 2 runs in, Norris getting credit for an inning. I believe I heard that Higgins is batting 9th.
Yes. So he takes over that spot held by Lavender, and the pitcher Jenkins goes to second base.
Entering the game in the 9th spot in the batting order, and now pitching number 4, Sean Higgins. Now playing second base, number 3, Brooks Norris.
Norris going to second base.
Now batting for Bay County, number 13, Aiden Rivette.
And Rivette 1 for 3. Aiden Rivette singled in the second inning and knocked in Bay County's second run. Base hit right center. 2-out single. Hagerstown leading 6-4.
Keeps the inning alive and once again allows this Bay County team to bring the potential tying run to the plate.
Pitch inside and low to Jenkins. Jenkins 0 for 1 plus a couple of walks. Bay County took a 1-0 lead top of the first. Hagerstown had a 2-run bottom of the second. Bay County scored in the top of the second, tying the game at 2. Hagerstown a 3-run bottom of the third and a 1-run fourth. So it was Hagerstown leading 6-2 after 4. And then Bay County, well, Bay County right here in the top of the 6th, they scored 2. And as Kyle just pointed out, that Bay County now has the tying run at the plate. And Jenkins is Bay County's number 3 hitter.
Had to have third base umpire Dave Smolko retrieve that foul ball down around the fence. That caused the delay.
1 ball, 1 strike on Jenkins. Bet at first, 2 outs. Hit batsman. 2 on, 2 outs, 2 in. Top of the 6th.
Well, Jenkins just stood in there and took that one off the bottom of the left elbow, knowing how important. Actually hit him on the inside, that right arm, but knowing how important it is for him to get on base. He takes that one off the elbow, gets hit by pitch. Now the potential tying runs on base with the 4-hitter in the lineup coming to the plate.
And Mays, who happens to be Jenkins' acolyte tonight. running at first base.
It's been some good at-bats by this Bay County team in this inning. They've worked their way back into the game.
And Goik takes one off his foot.
Off the inside of that foot. Going all the way back to the leadoff walk that was drawn. The hardest hit ball was the ball caught by Rowe in center field. It ended up being a sacrifice fly.
Force out at second ends the inning. Bay County gets 2 runs on 2 hits. We're going to the bottom of the 6th. Hagerstown 6, Bay County 4.
George, we're all back in the office. You need to come back in too.
Yeah? No.
You can't even get your webcam right. You have to come back in.
Why should I? Washington Financial Bank's digital features make it even easier to bank anywhere.
Washington Financial Bank is adding more digital features. Log in to live chats, mortgage pre-qualification, and easy access to many features via QR codes.
Are we done here? It's almost happy hour and the hot tub is calling.
John Sisson Motors invites you to experience the next evolution of the automobile with a completely new all-electric 2022 EQS sedan from Mercedes EQ. Reserve yours today at johnsissonmercedes.com.
Now is a great time to take home a new Nissan from John Sisson Nissan. We have a great selection of new Nissans to choose from, like a 2022 Nissan Rogue or a 2022 Nissan Altima. At John Sisson Nissan, every customer is a VIP. Discover for yourself today.
Just you learn teamwork. You learn what it's apart to be, what it's like to be part of a team. Learn the game, and just it's something that I still love today. We talk about it still, every now and then. We don't talk about it all the time, but there's times when we're with our buddies and we'll still bring up the Pony League World Series or playing pony baseball together, and it's just memories. Like it's a game. It's it's fun. It's supposed to be fun. It's definitely different than the major leagues. Not that the major leagues isn't great, because it is. It's just it's different, and a lot of fond memories from playing pony ball.
Leading off the Hagerstown 6th inning.
Changes for the bottom of the 6th inning. Andrew Schufelt is the new Bay County pitcher. And Jenkins, who had been pitching, moves to third. And Hartman moves from third base to left field. Higgins leading off, first plate appearance of the tournament. Soft liner to shortstop Andreski. And one away in the 6th. Hagerstown leading 6-4 in the bottom of the 6th of what is slated to be a 7-inning ball game.
Number 2, J.J. Hall.
And J.J. Hall. Ground ball to short. And very quickly, 2 outs.
Number 13, Ben Sadazon.
Now Ben Sadazon, who is 2 for 3 in the game, singled and scored in the first, doubled and scored in the third. The winner of this game, and Hagerstown right now has the lead, will be playing Johnstown, Pennsylvania. There's a foul ball down the left side. Game at 6 o'clock tomorrow. The loser of this game will play the loser of our second game of the night. The second game tonight featuring Puerto Rico and Taiwan. And 1 ball, 1 strike. Jace, if Johnstown and Hagerstown match up tomorrow, a good Mason-Dixon line battle. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Sadison. Oh, you know, 2 outs, and I had this great nugget for you folks, and I pitch in there 2-2. I'm going to wedge it in quickly. Nathaniel Rochester used to be a sheriff in Washington County, Maryland. By the way, he went on to found Rochester, New York. 7th inning coming up, and Bay County trailing 6-4.
People who come to cricket stay with cricket.
Little did we know that switching to cricket was going to be a major upgrade. The 5G is like fast.
Switch for the speed, stay for the savings. Smile, you're on cricket.
At Pathways of Southwestern Pennsylvania, we believe that every life has potential, and we're dedicated to fulfilling it. Our programs give every child the opportunity to overcome obstacles, achieve milestones, and reach their fullest early learning potential. From cutting-edge development therapies and daily medical supervision to quality early education for children of all abilities, we cater to each family's specific needs. Pathways of Southwestern Pennsylvania, your path to lifelong fulfillment.
People who come to cricket stay with cricket.
Little did we know that switching to cricket was going to be a major upgrade. The 5G is like fast.
Switch for the speed, stay for the savings. Smile, you're on cricket.
Well, we're moving to the 7th inning, and a new pitcher for Hagerstown, Swartz, on the mound, replacing Higgins. So Swartz is the 4th Hagerstown pitcher of the night. And Higgins, who had been pitching, moves to first base. Jeremy Hartman to lead off the 7th. And Bay County facing its last call. Hartman in the game 0 for 1. He's also been hit by a pitch and walked. And looks at ball 1. Now 2-0.
He's going to look at him till he gets a strike. Bay County needs a base runner here.
3-0. Three and one. Lead off walk.
Your attention, please, for Bay County. Now batting number 5, Charlie Mays.
Pinch hitter here, Mays. Hartman chased back safely. Mays, Charlie from Essexville, be at Kramer Junior High School in the fall. And a strike. Charlie also plays football and basketball. Oh, and 2. (6-4). Hagerstown leads Bay County.
In this situation, you're not going to see that base runner Hartman stray very far at all off the bag. It's the hitter at the plate. It's that run that means everything.
Ball and 2 strikes. Nobody out in the Bay County, Michigan 7th inning. Second baseman Norris, 1 away.
Number 7, Grady Vrabel.
Well, Vrabel. Ball 1, top of the 7th. Hagerstown out in front, 6-4. Wild pitch. And Hartman moves up.
That one off the right shin guard of the umpire. It's still deflected far enough away for the runner to advance.
Two and one, Vrabel. Baseball player, basketball player, golfer. Ground ball to short, and wisely Hull will take the out at first. 2 down. Hull realizing that the runner moving to third was no big deal.
Got that nice waist-high hop too, a manageable ground ball for the second out. And Hagerstown now 1 out away.
Hagerstown here at the Pony League World Series 3 years ago and left Washington, Pennsylvania without a win. Hagerstown in 2019 lost its opening game to the team from Puerto Rico and then lost to Mexico. Double elimination. Both these teams will move on. Just the road will be a little bit more difficult for Bay County, Michigan. 0-2 now after this swing by Andreski. Diving stop. Safe at first. The base hit for Andreski keeps Bay County alive as the run scores. Hartman comes home. Now 6-5 ball game.
We've seen clutch 2-out hits the entire game, and none bigger than that one right now that keeps Bay County alive. Great attempt at third base. And what that does, it keeps that potential tying run out of scoring position.
Yeah, great point there, Kyle. That ball gets down the line. The tying run's at second base, but here you go. Out at second, and the ball game is over. Bay County does score a run, and it's top of the 7th. But Hagerstown opens the Dick's Sporting Goods Pony League World Series with a 6-5 win over Bay County, Michigan.
Jumpstart the season with a bit of fresh air. Whether you like to walk, run, hike, bike, or boat, you'll find that Washington County is connected by trails. Plan a day on one of the nation's outstanding rail trails with a trip on the Montour, Panhandle, or National Pike Trail. Grab a paddle and navigate the scenic Mon River and surrounding small-town charm. We'll see you at the trailhead. Plan your trip today at washcotrails.com.
Community Bank helped us in every way there was when we built this new restaurant. This past year has been really hard on the restaurant industry, and we would not be where we are without the support of Community Bank. Community Bank, moving my business forward by building a stronger community.
Even during challenging times, Community Bank has helped small businesses in the area grow and thrive. Every business has different banking needs. Community Bank will help you with your plans. Community Bank, moving your business forward by building a stronger community.
Report to the center field gate.
And we're joined by Jackson Coulter of the victorious Hagerstown squad, a 6-5 victory over Bay County, Michigan. Jackson, you struck out 11 batters of the 14 guys you retired. What in particular was working well for you on the mound?
The fastball, they couldn't keep up with it. Yeah, and then whenever I got into it, I got the curveball down on them towards the end, later innings.
Third inning, you guys put up a 3-spot in that inning and take the lead for good, and you had a base hit and an RBI in there. How did you get the sense that that was going to be a big jump start for you guys?
Yes.
You had some guys behind you in the bullpen that had to back you up. How confident were you that Ryland Schwartz was going to be able to end it in the 6th?
I was confident of it.
Outside of the center field.
So what's it like to be here at the tournament? How much fun are you guys having, and what does it mean to win the first game in the tournament?
Feels like a lot. Meaningful.
All right. Back upstairs, that's Jackson Coulter, the winning pitcher for Hagerstown.
All right, Joe, thank you very much. And so we are underway. Game 1 could be 16 more games, could be 18 more. But Hagerstown has advanced to play Johnstown at 6 o'clock tomorrow. And Bay County, Michigan will play the loser of our second game coming up. Final thoughts, Kyle?
Well, great job there by Jackson. As he said, he had his fastball early, got command of that breaking pitch, was getting called third strikes with the curve, and even contributed with an RBI hit. Well played game, great way to get this tournament started.
Hagerstown 6, Bay County 5. Thank you for joining us for Pony League Baseball, brought to you by Dick's Sporting Goods.
There's a place, far from the city, yet just down the road, where likes and shares mean more. It's in every bite, each performance, and every night, where the miles we ride together become the memories we share forever. We dream because they fought for it. We give because they worked for it. The American spirit lives here,